Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today, SWMR Incorporated just filed an 8K reporting a change in its Chief Executive Officer, and I'm seeing a pattern I have seen before. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. The company's global CEO is stepping down, but he is staying on the board, and that kind of transition can be a mixed bag. So what is happening here is that SWMR Incorporated, or SWMR as you see it on the Nasdaq, has filed an 8K report. This is a current report that companies file with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SECI, when something really important happens that the public needs to know about right away. Think of it like a company's news alert system. The big news in this filing is that Serhii Kupriienko, the Chief Executive Officer for the global operations of SWMR, has resigned from that position. This change is effective immediately. He has been leading the company's worldwide efforts, and this signals a significant shift in leadership. But here is where it gets interesting. Mr. Kupriienko isn't leaving the company entirely. He is going to continue to be a part of the board of directors. This means he'll still have a say in how the company is run, but he won't be in the day-to-day driver's seat as CEO. He is expected to remain on the board until at least the company's annual shareholder meeting in 2029. This kind of situation, where a top executive leaves their operational role but stays on as a board member, can sometimes be a sign of a planned transition, or it could be a way to retain valuable experience and knowledge within the company. So, who takes over? Well, it looks like Alexander Fink, who is already the Chief Executive Officer for the US operations, will now be the main executive officer for the entire company. This suggests that the US leadership is being elevated to oversee global operations. SWMR Incorporated does not plan to hire a new global chief executive officer right away, meaning Mr. Fink will be managing things. This leadership change also impacts one of SWMR's subsidiaries. Mr. Kupriienko has also stepped down as the chief executive officer of Autonomous Robotic Systems, LLC, which is a part of SWMR Incorporated. This move further consolidates the leadership under Mr. Fink and suggests a streamlining of management across the broader SWMR organization. Regarding his compensation, Mr. Kupriienko will receive all the money and benefits he has earned up to his resignation date. This will be paid out according to his employment contract and the company's stock incentive plans. This is pretty standard when an executive leaves, ensuring they get what they are owed. Now, looking at the rest of the filing, there are a few other boxes that companies have to check depending on the nature of the report. For example, if this report was also meant to be used for communications related to new stock offerings or solicitations for shareholder votes, they would check those boxes. In this case, none of those specific boxes are checked, indicating this 8K is purely about the management changes. SWMR Incorporated has indicated that it is an emerging growth company. This is a designation given by the CC to companies that have had less than a certain amount of revenue in the past few years. Being an emerging growth company allows them certain benefits, like being able to delay adopting new accounting rules. They have elected to use these extended transition periods, which is common for companies in this category. Let's quickly look at what is registered. The company's common stock, with a very small par value of $0.0001 per S-share, is traded under the ticker symbol SWMR on the Nasdaq Stock Market LLC. This just tells us how the company's stock is officially listed and identified. One thing that catches my eye is the recent news. Reports on the 29th of July show SWMR's stock soaring over 500% on its Nasdaq debut. This is a massive jump, especially for a company with a market cap around $400 million and only 49 employees. This kind of explosive growth on a new listing often generates a lot of buzz, but can also be followed by high volatility. The resignation of the global CEO, even with him staying on the board, could be interpreted in a few ways against this backdrop. Historically, when a global CEO departs, especially in a rapidly growing company or one that has just gone public with significant momentum, there is often an immediate market reaction. We saw a slight drop of 1.48% on the 30th of July, which is not huge but worth noting after such a massive initial surge. The fact that the US CEO is stepping up to lead globally could be seen as a sign of continued stability or a move to consolidate power. Considering the context of a massive debut rally and the CEO transition, there is always a question of whether the stock price reflects sustainable growth or the initial hype of going public. For a company with just 49 employees that has seen such a significant stock price increase, management stability is crucial. Mr. Kupriienko staying on the board provides some continuity. However, the market will be watching closely to see how Mr. Fink manages global operations and whether the company can deliver on the high expectations set by its recent stock performance. The risk I am watching is whether this leadership change, even with board continuity, could slow down the rapid growth trajectory or lead to further uncertainty for investors. especially after such a parabolic rise. What I'm actually looking for is how the company continues to execute its strategy under the new leadership structure, and if the stock price can be supported by fundamentals rather than just market sentiment. Oh, and the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going. That is my take. Stay decoded, like, comment, subscribe, and join our Discord for more.